Nepal, well, this has been a regular feature of the Nepal batting order. One wicket that comes really early, and then that puts pressure on the Nepal batters. And again, in a very precarious situation, comes Bhim Sharkey. Earlier than expected, earlier than wanted, but he's out there at number 3. Nostush has started off really well.
Well, indeed. The way he came from far outside the crease, angling the ball in. That armour. Playing for spin on that occasion, Asif. Paying the price for not reading off the palm of the bowler. Big gap. And Nostush enjoying early success on the surface.
Yeah, also played too far away from his body. The big gap between bat and pad. Normally, even if you're playing for the turn, you would want that bat and pad to be as close to each other as possible. That was not great batting from Asif Sheikh, and some really good bowling from Nostush. Ends the over with a dot ball, just 2 runs off it and a wicket. USA off to a good start. Was Nepal, great batting, so good. 2 for 1. Saurabh Netrawalkar to continue. That's nicely played by Kushal Bhurtel in the gap. He'll be off the mark with those 2 runs. Comes from the middle. Has played some really good, very short innings, but whatever he's played from the middle. It's just that he's not been able to continue and play a longer innings.
I reckon that is what is the need of the hour for Nepal batters, to drop the anchor and just stick around, play the long innings. That's exactly what we saw with Rohit Paudel in that game against UAE. Put his head down and kept scoring runs, singles, doubles, the odd boundaries came in. Need to spend time in the centre. That's going to be the key.
Now that's nicely played. They'll have to bat really well on this pitch, on this wicket, in these conditions. We saw UAE did well to chase those 232 odd runs. 233 in fact, 234 was the target. UAE comfortably chased it in 43.3 overs. So they'll have to put runs on the board and then look to defend it.
Putting runs on board is going to be a task against this quality bowling lineup. Saurabh Netrawalkar has been on top of his bowling throughout this series. In the previous game against Nepal, went wicketless, but those 7 overs he conceded just 13 runs. 2 maidens in that. USA beating Nepal by 106 runs in their encounter at the Dubai Stadium. The venue is different. Nepal would hope that the result is different. But the start hasn't really been very different for Nepal.
Yeah, it has been a case of not scoring runs at the top, especially from the opening batters, Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bhurtel. That's nicely played, beautifully done, but I think it's been stopped at point. Excellent fielding by Nostush again. He's been kept busy and he's made an impact immediately and early in this game. First a wicket and now a brilliant save.
And that smile on his face tells you a story that he's enjoying early success, and that just translates into everything that you're doing on the field. You pick an early wicket, and then fabulous effort there.
Brilliantly done.
It just, as I was saying, translates into a lot of other things, including the dives that you put in, the stops that you make.
Nicely driven, but straight to the fielder. Yes, that brushes on to the other aspects of his game as well, that early wicket. And we'll see him in action from the other end pretty soon. 3 overs bowled. Nepal 4 for 1.
Nostosh will continue. Slip in for him, which also tells you that the captain expects him to get the ball to turn.
Nicely driven straight down the ground. Good use of feet from Bhim Sharkey, getting to the pitch of the ball. Yeah, these conditions have assisted spinners. Looking at that previous game against Nepal when UAE played, Haider Ali did get a wicket, but he bowled really well. He brought UAE in the game with his 10 overs, kept that pressure from one end. Not many wickets. That was due to the brilliance of Rohit Podel. Got 100 and held that one end up. They only lost wickets at the end of the first innings when Zahid Ali came in and got 4. So the batting, although they did bat the 50 overs, they would have desired a few more